planting. May have to pull out of this field. Where I'm planting that right now is pretty dry, but we got some wet spots up here. So the last video was yesterday, and I come up here and looked at this and thought it was a little wet. And we were supposed to get a storm last night, never did. It's supposed to be 90% chance of rain today. They've dropped it back to 50. So I'm gonna plant this field. May have to come back, cut some spots up later, but that's what's going on today. Got to get these beans in the ground somehow or another. Well, I've done plugged up. Pretty dang nasty looking. Said 1 and 2. Alright, I'm gonna put y'all down and see what I can do. Well, I'm folded up going in. I'm gonna clean the row units out and try to find another field dry enough. It's getting old. Take 2. I just pulled out of that other field and come check this one. It's gonna have some wet spots, but I can already tell it's gonna plant. I was having some problems with my GoPro, so I don't know what I got and what I didn't get out of that other field, so some of this may be confusing. So let's see if we can get this 50 acres knocked out today. And here's the wet stuff. Maybe I won't clog up on that. Pretty good little area there. And I've got a little draw down here that stays wet. I'm gonna lift up, I ain't even gonna try and plant. So I'm sitting here and just planting away, listening to the radio. Neil Young comes on, and now I can't get the sound of a female cat in heat meowing out of my head. That's what he sounds like to me. So maybe something cool will come on here pretty soon. I turned it down, something else is coming on, all that good. So thought I'd make this little quick clip here. Well, I'm gonna have to pick up through a few passes. Even though I picked up over the wet stuff, number 3 is not planted. Looks like it may have some stuff I've got to dig out, so we'll put y'all down. It appears to be unclogged now. So we're over halfway done this field already. Got some good music going on now. Maybe 10 seconds they won't demonetize me. So up here on this ridge, you might can see the wet spot better, but it starts right here and goes down right there, and it has nowhere to drain. So on the other side of these trees right here is another little, I don't know, I took some more in, they got tired of mowing, but acre and a half, but there's a ditch that runs right through there. So I've called today, price some ditchers, cut a ditch and knock out a terrace or build up a terrace right there. I don't know how well you can see it. So maybe we can get that draining. And we'll have a pretty decent field here. More good music. Alright, so I'm done with a big field. Wind's picked up, it's darkening a little bit, but it's only 5:45, and I just looked at the phone. Thunderstorms after 8, possible. So maybe I can get this done, get this farm done, and maybe get some planting done tomorrow. Got a little muddy there at the end. But it's a few minutes before 8 o'clock, so if there is a storm coming, damn, we beat it. So we'll bring you back whenever we'll do some more planting, whenever that is. Well, I was gonna try this farm, but I didn't look at this part of the field, pretty dang wet. Maybe able to get this part done, and then I don't know. It's getting pretty bad. Can't get nothing planted. Good morning. Well, I washed the window for you. So this is Friday, the first of this video, Wednesday morning. We tried this field. It was a little wet. Clogging up the planters, pulled out. It's still a little wet, but damn, it's got to get planted sometime or another. So I checked another field, I actually pulled in it, and it was wetter than this one. So I'm down to them 2 farms and the one across the road from this, and that I've got to run a disc back through. So wheat's gonna be ready next week. It's gonna be real pretty next week. So I'd like to get caught up on all the planting. I still got a few acres of corn to spray yet before we get into wheat. And we're dealing with the same crap here in this field. Several different spots, but all I can do is pick up and go over it. I'm good on this first round. Well, I had my dad and my cousin bring me my truck. I always park it down here in the shade, into the field. They parked it up there, about got it stuck. And I called them and told them I wanted it back over here. So it's wet up there. I'm not wading through mud trying to load up seed. So I'm going over here where it's less wet. So I'm gonna have to walk up there and get it. I may be close to half done with this field. Well, I mentioned in two or three videos ago that the air conditioning wasn't working the best in the world, and had some Freon put in. It helped a little bit, but I knew there was a bigger problem. So we were rained out yesterday. I took the roof, got up on top of the tractor, took the roof off, and there's an evaporator right up in here. I blew it out and blew the condenser and radiator out. She's cold today. So I had a 7120 before I had this tractor. I had to do the same thing to it. So I was trying to get through till this winter, but it had to be done. I'm not going to pick up through this. I may clog, but it's a little wet. Just a little bit. Well, I spoke too soon. No more than I cut the camera off that it clogged up. All 8. And I drug up. Well, let's get these unclogged and go back to plant. Probably need to pick up on the next couple of rounds. I think they're all freed up. That's dropping seed. Trying to look, see what, making sure they're all dropping seed for good. So yeah, I need to pick up back there. One day it'll dry up, hopefully soon. Not a whole lot of rain next week. I probably mentioned it, trying to get all these beans planted because we won't get in the wheat. But if it's dried up, by the time I get done planting wheat, sometime next week, I'll come back and hit some of these spots, maybe even with a disc, and then try to plant them. It's not really that much. It's just places in the field. Don't like much. Couple passes this way, and I'm done. But I'm out of seed. And Dad just come and checked on me. Had him go look at another field, and he said it probably won't do till tomorrow afternoon. I was prepared to work late tonight, but it's almost 3 o'clock. I'll be done by here before time I fill up everything. So I may be going home early today. That field done. I'm gonna say 95% of it. You can see a little mud flying off my tires. So we'll bring you back when we find something drier. Might be a day or 2. Well, let's take 2 on this field. This is the one I was gonna plant yesterday. Still a little wet, but it's a lot drier. So I've been spraying corn this morning. Wait for this dry out. That might be a little wet. But we'll just do what we've been doing on others. Pick up and go over it. Got the neighbors, they're rolling hay over here. Trying to get the inroads done. I'm out of seed. They were supposed to bring the truck and leave it over here in this yard, and I guess they're too busy, but I just called them, they're on their way. So, but just having to wait 5-10 minutes for seed kind of sometimes sucks. So we are picking up. That's actually a different field than this side. I just know where the property lines are, but I moved my line over 15 inches. That's a gap. So we're gonna knock this side out. I think it's 32 acres, and it's 430. So 8-year-old planter ain't getting much done. That's the last field of corn I planted. Thought I'd show that. May throw the drone up later and make a little pass out through there. So I mentioned earlier, I blew out the evaporator up the top of the cab. So now I've got the waterfall, hit a bump, water comes out all over the dang floor and the dash, all over me. So there's some vent tubes. There's one on each post on the outside. I don't have a small blow-on with me in the truck. So I'm gonna finish this field and probably tomorrow blow that out. Tomorrow, Sunday, I usually don't work, but unless it rains, I'm working. On a Saturday night. Well, I'm just hanging out here listening to some music. I listen to a little bit of everything. I've got the XM Sirius radio out, so got a couple of stations on there, classic rewind I really like. But something I just found is iHeartRadio, the Red Dirt channel. Good country music from Texas, anything from Willie to Randy Rogers Band. It's I've been listening to that about all day, but I'm on rock and roll now. So still got a couple hours here. Probably have to fill up the seat here soon. So we're gonna call this a video and tell me what you listen to in the tractor. And www.farmmerchbin.com for hats, shirts, t-shirts. Several of us on there. Dylan Joyce, Matt Griggs. Maybe y'all can hear me. I gotta turn around. Anyways, Eric Reed, he's on there. IP Farms. So thanks for watching. God bless you. Still 60 acres after this to plant. It's going to be, I've got to disc it up. Probably do that tomorrow if it don't rain. Don't normally work on Sundays. Then it's wheat time. So we'll catch you then. Last pass and a half, all I liked, and I'm out of seed.